Welcome back to Keeping Up with Karen. I'm Karen Peters, and as always, we'll be discussing real estate, mindset, and tips for success. So let's get started.
Well, my name is obviously Christophe Choo. I've been selling real estate now for 32 years. I'm a native Angelino from Los Angeles, and I sell luxury properties in Beverly Hills and most of the west side of Los Angeles.
Christophe is luxury, and he is Beverly Hills. He's also one of the nicest and sweetest people I know. He makes sure to make time for anyone and everyone who wants to talk to him. While he currently sells luxury, let's find out where it all started.
I was not initially a luxury agent. When I moved to Beverly Hills area, I was selling on average home price about $250,000. This is maybe 20 years ago. But I knew I had to be in luxury because that's where I was.
That was your
passion
goal.
was. I mean, art, architecture, landscape design, the clientele, that was just naturally me.
Yes.
Selling the first time buyer homes for $250, $400, I did it and I did great business, but it wasn't me.
Yeah.
So I switched marketplace physically. I moved to Beverly Hills. My mental state was already there. I just needed to physically be there so I could shop there, eat there, live there, be part of the world because you meet people all the time. And then the second thing I did is when my average price point was $250 at the time, and I physically moved, then in my prospecting, I would only prospect for new deals that were above my recent last year's average price point.
So increasing every time you set your business goals and your business plan.
Right. Let's say it was at $250, then I went to $500.
Yep.
Then I would only then go after listings that were $500,000 plus.
Correct.
And then if it went to $750, I would only go after the $750 plus. But
Fair.
I would still accept the deals that came in below.
Yes, of course.
But I was always pursuing the higher end.
Absolutely.
And I really spent a tremendous amount of time studying that marketplace. Every single week, I go and see every single house on Caravan. We still do that in Beverly Hills, where we look at houses.
Yep.
And I remember my first high-end listing was $5 million, and I kept going to all the Caravans of the $10 million, $20 million, $30 million houses. This is back 15 years ago, which there weren't a lot of them in those days. And one of my friends who was in real estate for a long time, she says, "Why are you wasting your time looking at all these expensive homes?"
Not a waste.
She says, "You don't have buyers for it." I said, "I may not today, but if I do tomorrow, I know exactly what to show them."
Correct.
And then magically one day, a friend from Beverly Hills says, "We're going to be selling our house," and I knew it was $30 million, and that was my first $30 million listing. But I was ready.
Knowing what the consumer wants is the first step to any real estate market. Christophe's business practice works so perfectly in his area. He eats, lives, shops, and breathes in the same market and the same community all his clients do. This gives him insight on how his clients live. So also, what's your favorite thing about working in that luxury market?
Oh, that's a good question. I love the architecture of the great homes. I love the neighborhoods. I love the art and the antiques, and especially the people that I work with. They're really such an interesting, eclectic mix of people. A lot of international buyers.
I was going to say, you work mainly with international.
For buyers, mainly international, but then they become sellers as well.
Well, because of your YouTube channels and your social media, you attract that clientele from different parts of the country.
Yeah. And also in the world of luxury, I always talk about this. The rich people all around the world are part of a private club, but it's not really a club.
Correct.
It's like a club in the air that doesn't really exist.
Yes.
But you go to Paris, you go to London, you go to Dubai, you go to Hong Kong, anywhere you go, you're going to see people you know from the world of wealth at certain restaurants and certain parties and clubs. So I do a lot of international bars because of that as well. Because they meet you and they think you obviously have money because you can go to these places and events and parties. And I'm going to buy a vacation house in LA, or my cousin wants to buy a $4 million condo. So
it just keeps growing.
Yeah.
People talk. In our market, word of mouth is very valuable. But Christophe's market is priceless. His buyers and sellers are the ticket to the next sale. Customers in that market talk a lot. They spend a lot of time together. They travel together. And you want them to be talking about you. Your favorite, like your best tip. I know we kind of talked about it, but I want one tip from you.
My best tip to break into luxury?
Yeah.
You have to be it, live it, feel it, be part of it in order to sell it.
And it's not going to happen like that.
Rich people want to work, everybody, people want to work with people that are like themselves.
Correct.
They want to feel a commonality, they want to feel you're in rapport with them. And this happens all the time. People who have expensive homes, if you're in their circle of friends and their parties, they think, wow, he knows our other rich friends. Oh, he's at all the parties we go to. Well, when I'm selling my $10 million house, he probably would know the people that would buy it.
People, correct.
Right.
People want to work with people that are like themselves. I love that, and it's so true in any market. So my tips to take away: if you want to be in luxury, you have to live where luxury is. Know what the consumers want. Be prepared with the market. Know what is available to your clients before you meet them. Be friendly, be kind. Friendliness goes so long in the real estate market. A huge shout out to Christophe Choo for sharing his amazing tips. Please check him out on social media, YouTube, and watch all of his videos. Thanks so much for keeping up with Karen. We'll see you next time with more real estate, mindset, and tips for success. Take care.